Hi, it's Matt with Trout Soup. I'll be meeting up with my two best buds, Andres and Jonny, for a 5-hour journey and a 3-day epic adventure to Trappers Lake in the FlatTops wilderness area. There's Andres, still waking up over there.
Trappers.
All right.
We're bust.
Here we go. We made it to Dunkley Pass and just about a mile shy of Ripple Creek Pass before we ran into 14-foot drifts of snow. Sometimes when there's a road closed sign in the middle of the road, you probably shouldn't go around it. And so we took a 3-hour scenic route over to Meeker in the west entrance. We went 41 miles along the White River, up through the valley, which is quite a beautiful drive.
Rise up this morning, smiling the rising sun. Through a little boat, sit by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. Saying, this is my message to you. Sing it onward, pound it there.
As we near the Trappers Lake area, you'll notice the devastation from the Big Fish fire of 2002, which burned over 21,000 acres of forest all around the FlatTops wilderness area, down through the headwaters of the White River, and around Trappers Lake and the lodge itself. I first visited the lodge back in 1974 with my parents. We used to go camping here. The original lodge burned down, but the new one is beautiful and run excellently by a family. Alan is the owner. Guides and horseback rides up here. We stayed in the cabins.
Here's the outlet falls on the stream coming from the lodge, and you can fish all the way up to this point right here, and then from here on in, quarter mile, no fishing. Still making our way up the we're trying to find our way up the outlet stream because the trail was covered in a big pile of snow, so we couldn't get up the trail to Trappers, so we're still making our way in.
Historically speaking, over the last 4 or 5 decades, Trappers Lake has seen many regulations in terms of fishing. Regulation changes for the better. In the 70s and 80s, anglers were allowed to keep 2 cutthroat trout under 10 inches long, and in the 90s, early 90s, a slot limit was introduced. All cutthroat trout between 10 and 16 inches had to be released into the water. And of course, this was the average size of every fish he caught. So far at Trappers today, it's pretty slow. It's right after ice off. Sure
pretty out here, though.
And so for the last 2.5 decades or so, fishing is done by flies and lures only. All cutthroat trout must be released to the water, and anglers are encouraged to keep all brook trout from the lake.
Andres, fish on! He got that little purple ugly guy. Sweet. Thank you, sir. That'll wake you up. Oh, come on, baby. Just want to get a look at you and verify. Yeah. Hands wet. There he is. That is a beautiful fish. 16er. Verified. With the tape.
After successfully releasing our first cutthroat of the trip, we decided to head to the east side of the lake. Here we hiked up about a half mile up the inlet stream.
How you doing, Andres? Not everybody weighs $140. That's exactly what I weigh. What do you weigh? 240? 230? I don't know. My brother weighs about that, 230. Oh, nice, man. My bad. Cutthroats are great because sometimes you find them in the hardest places to get to. Like this little stream. Johnny's gonna try to get after them.
There are 3 designated inlet streams and 1 outlet stream at Trappers Lake. All fishing in these streams is prohibited within a quarter mile of the lake.
Porcupine.
GoPro. Porcupine.
See him? Yep. Probably don't get too close to him, right?
No, I don't think so. I don't think they have like any fear in the world. They're like.
By prohibiting all fishing within a quarter mile of Trappers Lake, the cutthroats are protected in their spawning runs in the springtime. This allows the Department of Wildlife to come in and collect eggs from the females and milt from the males. Take them back to a rearing unit where they're hatched and grown to a certain fingerling size and redistributed around the state of Colorado. Most of our native Colorado River Cutthroat trout come from this lake.
Morning, friends. It's Matt and Andres with Trout Soup here. It's day 2, Trappers Lake. Tying on some flies. Got a beautiful sunny day. It's supposed to be about 82 degrees. We're gonna go try to catch some cutthroat trout out of the lake today. And then if conditions are slow, we're gonna head down the street, go fish the Lake of the Woods for some brookies. Get Andres on some fish today. All right. Starting out at the stream today. Before we hit the lake, try to catch some little brook trout. See how that goes.
Yesterday we only encountered 1 resident cutthroat in the east inlet stream. Today we encountered a single brook trout laying underneath a protected pocket of water underneath a bush. John had a couple of good casts at him. One of his very first casts, he rose to his fly, but the stream took his fly away. Very early springtime conditions right after ice out. The water is running quite fast and very cold. Not too many resident fish have swum up this high yet, so we're going to go up to the lake and see if we can catch some cutthroats.
Andres just slid down that snowbank right there. Let's see if we can just slide down into the water. Oh yeah. That's cold. That's a tank. Oh my goodness, Andres. Oh, he's a fighter. Andres, the verified 17. Big fish. Oh yeah, Andres. How do you feel right now, Andres?
good.
Yeah? Okay.
Long hike.
All right, yeah. 200-foot cast.
If it was easy, there'd be a lot of people here.
Okay, my rod's right down behind you, buddy. Okay, we're gonna get some verifications and I'll be right back. Fish in the net, we're gonna pull them out. Andres. Native cutthroat trout. Look at this fish. See his head? Point him toward the camera. Oh yeah, Andres. Woo!
Little underwater release.
Got evening time fishing here. Headwaters, White River. We're looking for small brook throats, or actually brook trout. We call them brook throats because Andres mistakenly caught a couple of cutthroats one year. Put them on a stringer because he thought they were brookies. We usually let all our cutthroats go. Action's pretty slow right now, but it's early evening time. We're hoping for a blueing olive hatch or a small midge hatch. Check out this river and see how we do.
All fish caught beyond a quarter mile in any of the inlet or outlet streams are subject to normal Colorado Division of Wildlife catch and keep regulations. When fishing is slow in early springtime, it's best to try pocket waters for 3 or 4 minutes and just keep moving upstream until you find the fish.
They're rising all over the place, right down there in front of that log. In front of that log. He hit the dropper. Ooh. Little brookie. Headwaters, White River. That's what we're looking for tonight. Huh? Yeah, I was just stripping it real slowly. If you look in front of that log out there, John, there's like 10 fish rising all over the place. It tastes good on the frying pan, huh? Oh. It's time to eat. That guy's gonna taste good. And we got another one, another brookie for dinner. Oh yeah. It's a dinner brookie, dinner size, pan size. And yet another brookie. These guys are fun to catch, but in a beaver pond, they're really quite challenging because you have to be really delicate with your casts. Usually a long cast will do the trick. This one's decent size for this little pond. It's probably about 11 inches. There he is. Yeah, you can kind of see him. We're finishing up the day here. Good day of trappers for these two guys. Johnny's still got to get one on a fly rod, but gonna have some brook trout for dinner. Got some nice 17.5 inchers on Andres today.
Have a nice day.
I got a 16 incher or so, and didn't get that one on video though, did we?
No, but the 17.
Yeah, the 17.5 incher was sweet. We got Andres. He's holding up the
Goddamn right.
brook trout that we had. This is trout soup.
Brookies, trout soup.
Yep, we got the brook trout that we're gonna grill up.
Right there.
And then what do you got there, Andres? You got some
This
shrimp
is,
that we caught,
We caught
fresh caught.
shrimp, actually next to the.
Fresh caught from the store.
Yeah, they were, no, not the store.
Yeah, Rocky Mountain
No,
shrimp.
those were next to the.
Johnny's making kebabs over here. He's been marinating those for how long, Johnny?
2 days.
2 days marinating.
Awesome.
And tomorrow will be Johnny's day for catching fish. Have a good night.
My rifle pony and me. My rifle, my pony and me.
Morning, it's day 3 here at Trappers Lake. Today we're gonna go on the west side of the lake, all the way from the inlet side, or actually the outlet side, going to the south end to the inlet side, see what we can do. Yesterday on day 2, Andres caught a couple of nice 17 and 17.5 inch cutthroats using a copper colored Castmaster. We had some trouble finding the fish yesterday, and after a lot of scouting and bushwhacking, there's a lot of dead timber around this lake. There was a big fire in 2002, and although it's opened it up around the lake in terms of the trees, the surrounding area, the fire was devastating, and it makes for foot traffic and travel, even on the marked trails, can be pretty difficult. So we did about 5.5 miles yesterday of hiking, which was pretty strenuous. So we did a lot of bushwhacking, not a lot of fish catching. We got 3 fish. Unfortunately, I'm still trying to get used to the voice commands on the GoPro, and I wasn't able to record the fish that I'd pulled in, but it was difficult fishing. So today we're going to see if we can get Johnny his first fish of the year on a fly rod. So come along with us today. We're going to see what we can catch on the west side of Trappers Lake. We're going to go to Scotts Bay, work our way around the edges. There's a couple of shelves that I know that are out there pretty far down the lake, about a mile down, and we're going to fish those with fly rods, and Andres will use his Castmaster and probably a flying bubble, and we're going to see if we can catch some cutthroats today. Come along.
Now, here's a little story I got to tell about 3 bad brothers you know so well. It started way back in history with that Rob and me. Mike D.
pretty nice out here. It's our third morning. That's our view. The fellas are heading down to the lake because we've already spotted 2 nice big cruising cutthroat. We're looking for them to come in from the edges. After ice off, a lot of times the conditions can be really variable. One day, the fish are nowhere to be found, like on the first day we were here. And then today, with the weather warming up, it's supposed to be almost 90 degrees over in Meeker. Lakes like this, when they start warming up, the fish start coming in close and looking for food. They're hungry. Si, senor. I just barely was moving it too, that's why. I was moving it a little too quickly last time. Thanks, buddy. He came from the right, so I couldn't see him because there's glare that way. Ready? I'm gonna pull his head up. Or her.
Nice fish, dude.
Nice, brother.
Wanna hold your rod?
Sure.
Nice fish.
Alrighty. That's a biggie. Oh, look at that, barely in there too.
Yeah.
That's a beauty. Oh yeah. As you can see, walking around the lake, west side of Trappers, there's a lot of downfall and deadwood. It's extremely difficult to navigate. When you look over here, you'll see the deadwood and all the deadfall from the fire. Navigating your way back to the lake is quite difficult. So, take care when you're going through here. John and Andres have gone ahead of me. Do not come back here alone, because you can easily fall and become pretty injured if you're gonna explore back here on the west side. So there was an old trail. It's underneath snow over on that side of the ridge, which makes the pretty tough going on this side. So we're just gonna make our way back to the lake, see if we can find Jonny and Andres. Catch up with you in a minute. We got a fish on the west side. Hit the dropper. Thank you, sir. Nice cutthroat. Oh my goodness. Probably about 14 incher, maybe 15. Yeah, 14, 15. Fish on, first one of the trip. For Jonny Padmore. We're gonna go out into the lake. Way to go, Jonny. You spotted him too, huh? Nice. Yeah. Ooh, it's a beauty.
Oh, yeah, it's a nice fish, man. Got him. Atta kid. That's a beaut. Jonny on the dry. Woo! Hey, we're trout soup here.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'll just delete it out. Dude, that's a tank. Oh my goodness. That might be close to, that could be a 17er. Not big, just, you know, just a trophy. You got forceps? Right on, dude. Jonny's fish. Beauty. All right, we'll get you the underwater release here in a minute after he gets revived. Right here on the far western side, right by shore, Jonny's got one on the line, just hooked up, cast number 1. Oh, this guy is a biggie. We're gonna have to put some measurements on him.
You just saw John catch his second fish of the trip on his very first cast in this area. Remember, in dry fly fishing especially, your very first cast that you make is your most important presentation.
Rod tip's bent. That means we got a nice one on the line.
We'll get your net. Excellent.
Yep.
All right.
Another big one.
The rose.
Number 3 for Jonny. On the dry?
I think he hit the dropper. I saw the dry disappear.
Let me see.
I think he hit the dropper.
Nope.
Oh,
he got your dry, dude.
He did.
Wow. Found a good fly. We're on tape here, sir, while you're drinking the beer.
Get it out of the way.
Purple, my purple wonder.
That's the dropper?
Yep, I was stripping it like a little bit quicker, and he was on the bottom, and he turned his nose and just went wham.
Turn his nose and said, have a nice day. Oh, that's nice.
Seems like they're all pretty nice in here.
We haven't been across that one.
Okay, let's get you out. Purple wonder.
Purple wonder.
Yep.
I've been chumming with Triscuits. Maybe they like it or something.
He's got like a little bit of green. This nymph is purple. Oh, he's gone. Finally made it to the inlet. It's around 5 after 5 p.m. 1700 hours. After a full day's adventure, this is about as close to the inlet as you can get. Right here, we're only a few hundred yards away. We're gonna go check this inlet area out. Can't fish within 100 feet of it. There's Andres. There's Jonny.
Stars to fall, and you bury down beneath it all. When the light fades away, if you lose your breath and the words to say, tides will turn. Rest assured, 'cause seasons pass, a new day
Got some big
and
what we believe are bear prints. Jonny says they're bear prints. The bottom of the lake here. Pretty cool. Be able to see this too well. In the tree, we've got ourselves a golden eagle. They're pretty rare. There's another one up in this tree straight ahead of me. I think they're following each other. That's a beautiful bird. We're gonna try to get a better shot of them. Wow.
Let's see how far we can go when it feels like you're out on your own. Hear the voice that's calling you home.
All right, after about 12 hours of hiking around the entire circumference of the lake, Andres now has a nice one.
Fins forward, yeah. That's good. This way. Got a lot of red on them. All right.
Tell us on Trout Soup what your techniques are that you use to catch these big cutthroats.
Yeah,
Okay. How'd you do it?
you mix a couple beers
Yeah?
and have some sunflower seeds
Okay.
and good friends.
Sounds good.
Didn't take long for Andres to show us his prowess and technique on the water. He's got another one. Got a net, Johnny?
Yeah.
He's using a really large streamer style fly in a silver metallic, kind of looks like a Castmaster. There we go.
You're like,
Yeah, I know.
throw it away. Like,
It's such a waste.
Yeah.
Freezer burn, and you're like, oh, that was a nice one.
Evening from Trout Soup, day 3. Johnny, Andres, how was the day today, fellas? What did we do?
Full circumference of Trapper's Lake.
Yeah, we went all the way around the lake. Andres and Johnny found out that the horseback riding trail that goes all the way around the lake was 5.8.
That's what she said, yeah.
5.8 miles.
So we did at least 7.
So we did about 7 miles around the lake today.
A lot of bushwhacking. It was awesome.
A lot of bushwhacking. If you're gonna come out up here to Trappers, I mentioned earlier in the day, bushwhacking through that wood by yourself with all the deadfall. Don't do it alone.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
Yeah. A lot of wading through stuff too to get around the snow drifts.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of the day, Andres?
Spending time with you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, all right. That's important.
We all caught fish and we exercised, but we got good buddies.
Johnny?
It was one of my best days ever at Trappers. It was awesome. I mean, getting around the entire lake and fishing it the whole time.
Yeah.
And we all caught beautiful fish. It was awesome.
And John was the only one that caught 2 cutthroats on dry flies,
Yeah.
which was awesome. We were doing the dry dropper technique, and he caught 1 on a dropper. And we each caught 3 fish, and Andres caught 2 in his favorite secret spot
In
on
5
the lake.
minutes, 2 in 5 minutes.
And we were done for the day. So we're gonna eat some shrimp, grilling up some sausages. Have a good evening from Trout Soup.
Next time.
All right.